Do a review of the Echo SRM-410U. It does have the handlebars, the U handlebars, the bike handlebars that I need. You see, I've upgraded from their PAS 2620. It's got that interchangeable shaft. And I use them for a lot of brush cutting out here. Not so much string trimming or anything around anything fragile. I use it to clear around the trees and between the rows. It's pretty amazing. It does come with this blade, 10-inch, cuts up to trees and brush up to 3.5 inches, and it does good. And I used it for a while, and I liked it. It's just it'll cut into my good pine trees a little too well if I get a little sloppy with my cuts. So I don't really like using this one mainly for that. Plus, it does such a nice clean cut. The stumps will have a nice sheer cut to them, and so it won't rot away. The stump will sit there for years and years and years. But on the bigger brush, the baby saplings and such, I have to use something like this. But if I was going to use a nice clean cut blade, I would use the carbide ones like I have here. I don't really like using those too much anymore either because I go through them too fast. There's too many rocks out here. And if you nip a rock with it, the whole ends just break off. You can see this one's got a few spots where I've nipped rocks that I didn't see hiding in the brush. But this cuts so much better, the razor, than the regular one. But I prefer the tri-blades. And I bought some cheap ones off of Amazon. And you can see this monster just destroys them. It's got so much power that it just hits anything. It just bends this soft metal. But this was super cheap. This was like $10 off of Amazon. So I'm not going to use those anymore. This is the Echo one here, and it is thick and beefy. And I'm pretty excited to get this on the trimmer because it's going to do an amazing job. You can just feel how much thicker it is. And I'll do a review on the different tri-blades. The Echo has been super reliable, but I'm getting too old to hold it like our standard trimmer. And I'm out there for hours. And so, I need something where I can use a nice backpack harness and then have my arms and hands in a more ergonomic grip. And that's what this does. And you can see I'm not using the blade that came with it, but I'm using the tri-blade. This harness is good. I wish they would use more buckles and made it a little bit more adjustable. I'm a little over 6 feet tall, and that harness seems a little short at times. But I've gotten used to it, so it doesn't feel too bad. But if I was any taller, I think it would really bother me. And I don't like that the belt doesn't just have a clip like one of my aftermarkets does. You better get yourself a helmet with a face shield because, man, it flings stuff at you so fast. And if you'll notice, I'm also wearing a little neck protector for the pieces that get up under the shield. Man, it hurts getting hit in the throat by a chunk of wood. Long sleeves, gloves, all a must. So overall, it's really good. Get some shots of it. I definitely recommend if you got a lot of brush clearing to do. Matter of fact, when I first bought the farm, I wish I knew somebody would have told me, go ahead out and spend some money and get yourself a good brush cutter. And the equipment to go with it, probably the tri-blade. Everything was pretty small then. Boy, that's been 8 years now. And this is one thing I don't like about the backpack harness is that, especially with my broken finger, is I can't figure out how to get it onto it without using a ladder.
In the morning haze, dew upon the grass, my eco brush cutter hums, hours quickly pass. Neighbors shake their heads, they don't understand. This work is my solace, my heart in my hand. Oh, the echo of the cutter, through the fields it roams, clearing out the sorrow, making space to call my own. But every path I carve, there's emptiness inside, addicted to the clearing where my troubles hide. Dust upon my clothes, the sun begins to set. Blades slice through the bramble, lost in my duet. The engine steady purr, my only company, in the woods so thick that no one else can see. Oh, the echo of the cutter, through the fields it roams, clearing out the sorrow, making space to call my own. But every path I carve, there's emptiness inside, addicted to the clearing where my troubles hide. In the moonlight's glow, darkness slowly yields. Fields now lay bare beneath my fervent wheels. There's no peace I find, just a void so deep. Brush cutter in my hand, secrets that I keep. Oh, the echo of the cutter, through the fields it roams, clearing out the sorrow, making space to call my own. But every path I carve, there's emptiness inside.
So, boop, boop, boop. Hey, chicken. You coming over here? Huh? You gonna get in the video?